And we're live. Manufacturing consent. The media, the government, what they're doing to you. The things you agree to, the things you don't. The things we never heard of that we agreed to. We're going to wait for some people to roll on in. Hi, beloved. Good to see you. It's an open chat. Go on for about an hour and a half today. Yeah, so we're looking for examples of manufactured consent. While we're waiting for people to pop in, good to see you. Scotty Boy said he wanted to send me something on manufactured consent. She's giving the wife that. So Marlena sent us something. Awesome. Aww. Well, let's take a look at Marlena's pictures. Well, it's good to see you guys on this Saturday afternoon. Let's see what we've got here. Well, we have puppy pictures. You can send me your kitten and puppy pictures, and I will display them. Look at the little puppy. Well, I think that's the puppy bum, but I'm not sure. See one puppy face and one puppy bum. There's the puppy face. That's adorable, Marlena. There we go. Could be a quiet show today. Just puppy pictures. But manufactured consent, we see it all around us. Recently, my brother-in-law was telling me of an article he read in the news saying that, you know, people are really, really concerned about the Ukraine, and that we should be, you know, funding our brothers over in the Ukraine, killing Russians, I guess is the idea. And he's on a disability that he's up in arms because his manufactured consent comes in the form of he makes less money than an immigrant just coming into the country. He sees the money going out to other countries and wonders, what about me? Do I get any of that? And he's got good points. Although he's very enraged about it. You can understand it. Sending money now, I guess, to Israel. We're going to help kill Palestinians. We see in the streets, people don't seem to agree with the Israeli position, but yet we're still sending money. I don't agree with the Palestinian position, really, either. But they're manufacturing our consent, taking it to our parliament, and using fake news items as consent of the people. It's a pretty horrible situation. I don't really like it. I love where the Washington Post and the New York Times will feed off each other's fake news articles and trade them back and forth. A renowned source told us, well, the renowned source was the same company, just under a different name. And they just trade the stories back and forth. What's an insurrection? Who is ISIS now? Does anyone know who ISIS is? Isn't that the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, ISIS? Who is Mossad? Who are these people? Where are they now? Where is ISIS? I haven't seen ISIS in a long time. Haven't heard about them on the news. Where do these organizations go? Are they just gone now? Not needed for the news cycle? Were they even real to begin with? Or were they just CIA? Um, Intelligence officers? That is a cute little face. There we go. Doggy Doggy and Doggy Daddy. That's Marlena's, so that's I don't know what his name is, but his first name is, but his last name is Powers. So you better be careful. He might be an international man of mystery. Let's see what else we had here. Lost Century, how you claim it. That was good. Can't show the video. Oh, stop. But this, you know, talking about free energy devices and, hey Mel, good to see you. And how Dr. Stephen Greer there believes that they've had free energy devices for a century. Well, what time is it there, Manel? Hey, the Citizen Broadcasting Corporation. Requesting a remote viewing squad, isn't that's interesting? I think that's a little over the top, but I don't know. What do you think? Nice to meet you, the Citizen Broadcasting Corporation. I don't think you've been here before. Um, we are free energy, yeah. Well, not really. We still have to eat, water ourselves. So we do take input. That's a good comment, though. I hadn't heard that. Yeah, that is really interesting. Yes, obviously. But that would be really cool if, you know, free energy devices, as soon as somebody came, real reason that, I don't know if I can play that, below, but it's been a while. Yeah. Okay. The police were very unkind to him. Hmm. Wonder if they already have a unit. Hi, Chloe. Good to see you. What do we have here below? The real reason for the Gaza conflict. Hmm. Let's see. There we go.
That is what the plan is. So
Look at that, eh? What is that? Not gonna let that play. Oops. Just wanted to look at the map here. What is this line in the map? That's a big ass line there. Let's see. I think that was the only view of it. But pretty telling. So, oh, there's a different one. Hold on. What does that look like? Looks like It's going from this body of water, a line crossing the country, to this body of water. Why would you do that? Due to the dread that inhabits me by the thought of and actions of going to work, I happen to be just now leaving when I should have already been there. That opened up the door and allowed me to be... What? Allowed me to be... Okay. I think you're missing a word there, but okay. Well, we're glad to have you, Chloe. Palestine looks like a scythe. It does. Care and soak up the loneliness of your beautiful little beings, where I am a silk at the joy and the love shared between this group and you. Thank you. Silk. Ooh. Chloe's silky. That's nice. Ancient sword, yeah. Yep. What? Quite well. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff protect me. Thy rod and thy staff, that's yourself. Right? And God. Plus, hell, Chloe, is really just a state of mind. I can walk through a scene of riot, people fighting each other, and if I don't engage, does it really affect me? Or if I just walk through all the chaos with a beautiful thought in my mind, you're not really there. You're the observer then. And that's one thing we have to, all the beautiful folks here. That's we have to train ourselves to be in this world, but not of it. We understand that there's suffering, and we do have compassion for that. And we see evil, and we try to stop it. But if we take it to heart, it starts to affect us. It is passion with dispassion. Peace through strength. Yeah. Yeah. We need strong males in leadership. You know, stay strong. Yeah. There is so much coming at us right now that it does seem unbearable, but it's not. That's what they want you to think, is that it is unbearable. They don't want people who will stand up and say no. Or I do not consent. I will never consent. The only way to do anything is through agreement. An agreement is through shared reciprocation. They're not giving shared reciprocation. Hi, Scotty. Good to see you. Yeah, you can stay seated and say hell no. Do it from your bed if you want. Do it from your hot tub. Oh, awesome. You've done live remote viewing demonstrations to the crowds. Awesome. Yeah, that's great, citizen. You should be showing people this. Show them that they can do it. And don't you know, don't say I'm special, I'm showing you, I can remote view, you know. You know what I mean. We've got to share this information. We've got to tell everybody that they can remote view too. That we all have a collective mind. You got a record? Did you record it? I'd love to see it. If you'd like to send me a clip or a video and tell me what time stamp to look at. Awesome. Yeah, if people really understood how deeply we are connected, um, how much better our health, our world, everything could be if we understood the connection. I did demonstrations, but in private. Yeah. You should record it and broadcast it. Sip. So yeah, this is their next plan, eh? One of them. Part of it. What are they calling it? The Ben Gurion Canal. Hmm. Looks way different on the map, but yeah, look at all these shipping routes they're planning to open up. Well, that'll make them a buttload of money. That's for sure. So back here. Yeah, so what they want to do is get from, let's see if we can zoom in.
About that, and with ship.
Oh, we can't zoom in. Yeah, we can. Hold on. So they want to get it right from here, from the Red Sea, over to here.
Going all around.
Oh, they're going to build one, sorry, down here. I'm on the wrong
Down that
spot.
way, but so
Let's get rid of that. So they're going up through here? Doesn't quite match the map. Oh, they already begun. Oh, they've already begun construction or something? That would figure. I like this map better. But yeah, it shows them going down. Wow. Is that the Sea of Galilee up there? I think that's what that is. The Sea of Galilee, and that's the Red Sea down there. I'm not sure. Uh, alone? Yeah. Don't fear, you're never alone. That's the thing. That's the trick in the Bible. You're never alone. That's just a trick put in there. That's a good idea there, Chloe. Yep, that's what we do. We're venting here. This is where we vent our anger and our, show the things that are upsetting us, pissing us off, you know. But we can do it with a smile on our face, love in our heart. Yeah. See, I look for the positive future on the other side. Hey, S, good to see you. Because people are exposing themselves immensely. And unless they have a Tower of Babel type event, I don't think they'll be able to take it back. I know that they are planning one. But even then, there's too many people awake. You made waffles, life is good. Yeah. I'm going to open a panel for anyone who wants to hop in and have a chat about anything. Just haven't gotten out of bed yet. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting past that part too. There's the old saying, the a lie makes its way around the world before the truth gets its pants on. And we're really catching up to that. These falsehoods are being called out almost immediately. Hi Trey, good to see you. Once the magician shows you how he does the trick, right? The trick doesn't really work anymore, you know? When he's shaking it, you see him throw it over his hand, over his shoulder every time from then on. It's not a trick anymore. It's something you know. Like the manufactured consent. Nice, Pamela. Good to see you, Trey. New 2-week-old employee found a freaking used exposed needle syringe that was left on a shelf. Oh my god. Trespass for asking questions. Yeah. Took one arrest and passed on the next. Good for you. Yeah, we have to walk that fine line, especially here in Canada. Um, they will throw you in jail for a lot of things. Compelled speech up here. Our speech is monitored. Well, that's unfortunate, Chloe. Lies used to take, used to take years to get sorted out. Yeah, now it's straight away. Uh, our governments are pushing us into Israel. They're trying to manufacture the consent for that right now. Whoosh Sobe. Hello.
Hey,
Well,
Citizens
welcome to the chat.
Broadcasting.
Oh, good day. Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, I think we've talked before once, maybe, I think on Pineal podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do go around on a few panels. I think we have, yeah. I recognize your voice now that you said that.
Nice. Yeah, I got to cop surf the last time I was trespassed, so that was really fun. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, tell us about that.
Cop surfing is when they push you out of a building and you want to take your camera and put it away, or put it as far away from you as you can get while you're facing it towards you, and you're just kind of like riding the wave of the cops as they're pushing you out.
Oh, okay. And where was that happening?
It's really fun. Sorry?
Where was that
Why
happening?
are they pushing me out?
Yeah, where and why?
Police headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah, TPS headquarters. Because I was asking why they think people have to consent to go through the rapey scan to get into the building.
I'm not familiar with that.
The rapey scan is an X-ray machine that rapey scans your stuff. And then you have to walk through another metal detector for your person.
So they want to irradiate you twice.
Well, first your stuff and then you, yeah.
Wow.
So I was just asking what why they think they have that authority, if it comes from legislature or what. Nobody could answer my question. And rather than finding someone that could answer my question, I got to cop surf.
So they just basically, the story is probably they just installed it, said this is our new policy and you have to do it.
Well, I'm not gonna say if I know.
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause
gonna
I
do their
can't,
job.
Like it, I could search that up easily. You know,
Yeah, you
is
could.
there legislation? You know,
You could. They could.
let's check that out.
But yeah. So, and then I was arrested by at Toronto Queer Cop on
Yeah.
Twitter. If anyone wants to redress, at Toronto Queer Cop on Twitter for arresting a journalist at a public meeting, asking about a knee on neck incident that had happened earlier in the day, and that Toronto police, despite the video, is claiming did not happen. And every media outlet is saying that it appeared to have happened. Every single media outlet, mainstream media, false prophet outlet, they're running the same script.
Yeah.
The exact same words are coming out, and the police are saying it didn't happen. Go to my channel, you can see that it happened.
Do you have a clip of that?
YouTube messed with my video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a clip.
Yeah, we'll play it. Yeah, for sure. Do you know how to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't seen it?
Hey, Steve. No.
I'll just, or if you want to, just click or just search on YouTube Toronto Neon Neck.
Well, just okay. All you do is you go to your video there, and on the bottom of the screen there's share screen.
Yeah.
And
You can just go to.
Yeah, you share your screen, and I'll play it. I'll play with what you got there.
All right, I'll go to actually my video because I know exactly
not
where
good.
it is.
Yeah. If I'm in a group of 20 people and one is gonna get arrested, it's always me, says Scotty. 2 Delta gummies later, now I enter the parking lot. Much love. Okay, 2 Delta gummies. All right, we'll see you later, Chloe. All right, this is your content, right? So
this is me. Well, this is mainstream news and a channel I'm
Okay.
mod for, Delete Laws, and
Okay.
then it's mine. I'm
Okay.
not sure if I shared the audio or not. If you want to test it.
just hit play, see
Wait.
what happens.
And this is not CBC, by the way.
Quite pinpointed because there's
No.
Yeah, you're good.
What are you talking about? Can't quite pinpoint it? That's a man's head right there. That's a man's knee across the man's neck.
of action going on.
There's his hair right there. What's between
Mm.
the shoulders and the top of the hair is the neck.
But there is one point in the video that we're showing.
What are you talking about? There's his ear right there. You could.
So my point is, who are you going to trust? You're going to trust citizen journalists or the glotzy media? Do you want to trust actual real people who are doing honest reporting, or do you want to trust the mainstream media false prophet that tells you not
Yeah.
to believe your own eyes when it's right in front of you? Here's Al Gore's. I don't know. Do you want me to keep playing it?
Sure, yeah.
Take on public discussion and the role of
27
the
minutes
media.
there.
He's glossy proud. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
Because a free self-governing people
Oh, can't play
rely on a shared
that. Tell me when it's past that. That's Jimmy Dore.
All right, it's on my content now.
Okay.
Protection under the law doesn't exist, and equal representation doesn't exist either. Let's see what they have to say inside. Violence workers, how you doing today? Oh, freedom of speech. No freedom of speech, right?
Social behavior.
Oh, antisocial. Oh, wow. So you discriminate.
Sorry, YouTube messed with the audio sync of this video, by the way.
Mhm.
I tried uploading it from 2 different sources. But today's video, where I'm cop surfing, is A-okay.
You know, antisocial personality disorder is a mental illness. You discriminate against the public based on mental illness. Thanks for saying that. Is it true that police killed someone at a protest recently? Toronto police? Pardon?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't heard anything.
Did you hear that someone got Derek Chauvined recently?
Is that an expression?
Yeah, when the police when street judges put their knee on someone's neck until death. That's Derek Chauvining.
And did that happen in Toronto?
I don't know. I'm asking you if you're aware of that. I saw a picture of Toronto
Bad doggies. No Derek Chauvining.
violence workers doing that to a citizen, but I don't know what happened. Did he go to the hospital, or
Would you like to report something today?
would I like to report something?
Yes.
Like what?
A hate crime?
Yeah, actually,
I wonder if they asked every other person there if they wanted to report a hate crime. I'm just curious.
Well,
Good.
yeah, if you're,
Yeah.
if you're talking to them, they're
Toronto
wondering
police
if you
are
have
guilty of
something
hate
to
crimes
report.
against.
Sorry, say again?
They want to see if you have something to report, really. That is.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this
So
was
you didn't get to that, so.
this was a public forum on hate crime.
Oh, okay. So they opened themselves up to the public.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
that's their fault, man.
Right. Yeah, the title is hashtag Article 19. Article 19 is of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is
Yeah.
recognizes to protect the press.
Hmm.
And so it's hashtag Article 19 at Toronto Police commit human rights abuse at public roundtable discussing hate crime.
Against citizen journalists. So you can go arrest Chief Domescu or whatever his name is, and
that's their
turn
fault.
yourself in. What do you think about crimes of impunity against citizen
Yeah, it's, that was a little edgelord of me.
journalists? We don't have a flag.
Get a
do
little
we?
edgy, but
We don't
you
have a
know,
ribbon. We don't have anything. All
You're
we have
asking
is
legitimate
torture and
questions.
violence, and it's a worldwide issue.
and they open themselves up
Darling,
for
I'm
conversation
not-
on the subject. So
I'm not associated with TPS.
Okay.
the real DJ
I'm not
Fruit
really
Loops.
sure why you're here.
now we have the lady. This lady's great. What did you say, sorry?
I just said hello to somebody in chat.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how you're being helpful.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure how the questions you expect to have any answers for, other than just to keep spewing rhetoric. So I'm kind of like very, very confused at your presence.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused by me. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks
See
for
you
that.
later, Steve.
So,
Thanks for
do we
showing
have a ribbon? Do we have a flag? Citizen journalists. Yeah, crimes are committed. Please stop interrupting me, lady.
I listened to her. Like, give me some respect, I was nice. I listened to you. I responded.
Yeah.
I showed that I heard exactly what you said. I don't need to let you know. I don't need to make you understand. Sorry, a lot of my content is improv and I struggle
Yeah.
for words sometimes.
Yeah,
If you just
yeah, you're doing
listened,
good.
maybe you would understand. I thought I made it pretty clear about crimes of impunity against citizen journalists. Maybe open your ears.
Crimes of impunity
Do me
are
a favor. Nobody asked you to come in here.
actually. I was
Yeah,
invited
you
by
did.
the Toronto Police on Twitter to come in here and ask questions.
About what? What's your question?
There was no.
And I was just asked if I wanted to report a hate crime, which I did.
Yeah, they
And then was
just asked
interrupted.
that. That's their fault.
about what?
They have to act on that if they ask. If they've asked you, now they have to act on it.
Right, and they'll
But-
continue to ask me questions. Everyone will continue to ask me questions, and I'll continue answering them. And they just don't like my answers, and I don't think.
No,
like
and
my
they
questions
will
either.
not start filing a report on a hate crime, even though you have lodged a complaint.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think will happen? Any guess? Oh, I guess I already told you, right?
Yeah.
This was my arrest that I decided to take.
Yeah, they're just not accepting it and asking you for one and then not accepting what you're offering.
Yeah, which I didn't expect them to, right? It was I did it in jest almost, right?
Yeah.
If I would go after Underhill was his name, that well, you'll see.
You just said come in and ask questions.
I'm asking.
So are you making a content-based decision of my speech?
What do you want to do?
I'd like to not be interrupted.
You're asking about ribbons?
Is there a flag or a ribbon for crimes of impunity against citizen journalists?
So what? I'm aware.
No, there isn't. Is it a worldwide issue? Is it a worldwide issue that
Julian
crimes against
Assange.
citizen journalists go unpunished?
Edward Snowden.
You don't know.
Where are these people?
Okay, well, I'll
Yep, Edward Snowden. I've tweeted at UN Human Rights
Mm-hmm.
between 200 to 300 crimes of impunity committed against citizen journalists, primarily by the state.
Mm-hmm.
tell you that there's a resolution in the UN that Canada co-signed that identifies the problem
What the problem with them?
of crimes against citizen journalists being committed with impunity. And your officers do it.
Are you a citizen journalist?
I am. And your officers do it. I've been tortured by Toronto police for answers.
I'm sorry.
Tortured for answers. You people torture journalists for answers.
Yeah, this would be the guy I would, want them to go after. And at Toronto Queer Cop, I would like him to be charged with a hate crime for what he did to me.
Yeah, a lot of acts of violence are done right behind
Does it
the
matter?
rainbow flag. And it's horrible,
Yeah, I love my rainbow people.
Yeah.
My rainbow people. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't look at me and say that
Your
guy
friends.
looks like a typical man or a typical woman, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I don't know about the
probably-
rest of them. I know about my friends, but I don't know about the rest of them.
I don't even know what I am today. I'm not educated enough, I guess, or indoctrinated enough.
Yeah.
No, it's just curious.
Does it matter?
Oh, I mean, you brought it up, so I was asking you.
Does it matter? Wow. I'm glad you said no, it doesn't matter.
I didn't say that.
You did say no, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I asked, does it matter? You said no.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what questions Toronto police torture citizen journalists to answer. It matters that they torture citizen journalists to answer questions. Don't you see that?
Yeah.
Are you at
It's
Toronto
not
Gay
really
Cop?
the 200th episode there.
Is at Toronto Gay
no.
Cop here?
No, he's not.
Or like the 600th or 800th episode.
Damn it! I knew it was. That was my traumatic brain injury there. I know it's Toronto Queer Cop. I know that.
Okay.
I thought I was saying Toronto Queer Cop, but Toronto Gay Cop came out.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
TBI. That's why I carry my camera. I don't carry my camera to get idiot police to arrest me. I'd rather
Yeah.
not be arrested by idiot police.
How come?
Yeah, I took a softball to the head. And
Ouch.
yeah, I've had multiple concussions, but I've never actually been knocked out. So, knock on wood. But
I've taken a few balls to the head in my lifetime, so
when I took the ball to the head, I broke my cheekbone, and during that concussion, I was just my speech
Yeah.
was all over the place trying to talk it. I was just saying nonsense, gibbering, and it's had lasting effects. Unfortunate.
well, you sound good now, so
Yeah, if I'm in a high stress situation, then it acts up more.
yeah.
So you'll see a couple times when I get my words mixed up when I'm being threatened by
Yeah.
state violence.
Well, you're in front of what are considered to be in our society authority figures with, who are expressing extraordinary powers these days. When I was a kid, these people were friendly, like, okay, these people are putting themselves out to the public, but they're not friendly. Look at their body posture. Even when you walked in and hadn't said anything, their body posture was unfriendly.
Well, they were already. As soon as I walk in, what did he try to do? He's like, "Oh, you can't talk like this. You can't talk like that."
Well, even before you talked, they were, I'm sorry, their body posture is not saying that they're open and friendly. They would have gotten up to greet you. Sorry, that's how cops used to behave. You know,
I don't
like,
ever remember.
I've
police,
tried
like,
to say
being
hi
like
to
that.
police doing their jobs and stuff and thank them and stuff. They get mad at you. You know,
Some of them. I've
Yeah,
interacted
yeah.
with a lot of TPS
Yeah,
over the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
I will say
When
that
I
there are
was-
some that are good and
yeah,
some that do the job and don't really care, and some that are bad.
yep. It's a complete mix at the moment, and they're trying to filter out a lot of the ones that were doing the job a little better than others.
But when I say good, that's like good at a very low bar, because the bar is set so low. So they still back the blue, right? They're the blue
Mhm.
lying gang. When you look good, they admit that the unofficial Toronto police policy is when you look good, I look good. I don't know. They haven't admitted it since I started asking them about it, though. But when on their YouTube channel, that's what one of their guys said. When you look good, I look good, which is probably why they'll all lie on reports, right?
Yeah,
About each other, back every decision that they make. Because if someone, God forbid, someone admits they made the wrong decision concerning someone's freedom, right?
yeah,
And it, leaves them open to a lawsuit right away. But not even them; it's the city. But I guess
yeah.
if they get enough lawsuits on their docket, then they're going to get fired. But yeah, there's this pervasive gang attitude, right?
Yeah, the only journalists in Canada that they seem to leave alone are like, well, they will push around or try to coerce like larger new alternative news stations out of areas and give them hassles, but they don't actually get physical with them. And you can see like how they might do that with the small citizen journal, because you're just a lone dude, 20 people are going to find out. Who cares,
Hey, come on, I've had 50 views on this already.
Okay, nice. But yeah, it's brutal out there. And the truth is really taking the stomping,
Yeah, and like I said, it's a worldwide issue, and violence is escalating for
Yeah.
journalists. Even mainstream media journalists.
Yeah, Australia
Like we
seems to be
saw
one
it
of the
in-
worst places.
We saw in
openly attack people
Palestine,
down there.
Ohio. We
Mhm.
saw in Palestine, Ohio, the guy get attacked. So he was working for
Yes.
one of them.
Hey, Morgan, good to see you. Merry Christmas. And it was also Lugnasad a day or two ago. Celtic
Say again?
Christmas, Celtic or pagan, yeah. Lugnasad. Cool.
That means you've had no training by Toronto Police Services on the issue
With regards to journalists.
with regards to crimes of impunity against citizen journalists.
No training. That would be pretty niche training, to be honest with you.
Would it? What do you mean by niche?
Like, it would be very specific.
Yeah, instead of ambiguous training.
Imagine basing a course on citizen journalists. Like, I don't know how many citizen journalists there is.
They need
Not as many as there would be if you guys didn't torture us,
I think
lock
an
us up,
anti-aggression
and
training would
not
kind of
prosecute
blanket the
or
whole
investigate
thing.
people who commit crimes against us.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, I asked what was that about aggression, but please that.
Oh, the whole police department could take an anti-aggression training, just to, start leveling out the whole thing a little more,
Yeah, I've proposed that. force-
de-escalation of situations, things like that. They tend to escalate things, and they have a lot of aggression, some of them, and I suppose that it could be fixed through training, other than just getting rid of people that are being aggressive. You know, because I'm sure they're decent people wanting to be police. They want to uphold the law. You know, it's just the methods that they're taking now are approaching Stasi level. You know.
Yeah, you'll probably love my video today, the one that's releasing later. But yeah, I have suggested that Toronto police get Gracie de-escalation tactics. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu has developed a class specifically for law enforcement. That's a de-escalation of force continuum instead of how it is now, where the police put force on you, you resist, they escalate the force until you're either
Yeah. Well, okay. Like
in the
there was a
ground or
situ-
on the ground.
What was that? 10, 15 years ago, there was a young man on a bus with a knife. Nobody else on the bus. Everybody left.
Yeah, they
To
killed him.
de-escalate the situation, they walked on the bus and shot him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Come on.
Yeah, I've talked
know.
down people in crisis before. Usually you just have to listen to people, really.
Yeah. Like the kid was probably just having a tough freaking day. You know? Maybe, I don't know, maybe his girlfriend broke up with him and slept with his best friend. I don't know. Right? They didn't know either. All they did was shoot him. Nobody talked to him.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, they
straight
gotta
to
learn to-
violence, right?
Yeah. You need to learn to talk to people. You know, and
Yeah, and
people
listen,
aren't
that-
always rational in some situations, and you know, so you de-escalate. You know.
So when I went to headquarters, it was for a press conference, talking about how they're going to change their tactics at. That's what it said. It was about changing their tactics at protests, but it wasn't really. I'd suggested that
So
instead
they're
of
not going to
their
bring in 2 waves of foreign soldiers to run Canadians down again.
maybe. Well, it was, the neon neck happened at a protest, so my suggestion is the current policy is to just don't say anything to protesters. Don't engage at all. My suggestion is no matter the protest, the police join in, and that will tell the community that they respect their courage and participation
or at least
in the
respect their
democratic
right
process.
to protest.
Yeah, and their rights as well.
You know, in Canada,
If
you have
it's-
the right to protest any stupid shit you want. You
Mhm.
know, that is
Mhm.
our right. So
And but the police now, it's just a blanket of silence at protests. Well, what if they join in and in the chant? But it has to be every chant. Like whenever they're at a protest, it also says that they put your freedom
I
and
don't
your
agree with
courage
that. I
above their own
I
personal
don't think they
feelings.
should have to join. I don't think they should have to join. No.
It shows
I
an
think-
honor to their oath, right? That
No,
they
because
put-
you're
they
still
put their oath
you're still
above
but you're
their
still
personal
getting them to
feelings.
agree to a cause, right?
No, it's
Whatever-
not
say
agreeing.
I-
It's not agreeing
Well,
to
say
a
I
cause
went out
because
and
it's every cause. It's every cause. So they're
no, they.
you know,
I
a
don't.
friend.
no,
a
that'd
friend
be
to or an
compelled.
enemy of no one is a friend to no one.
That's just the other way. That's just the exact opposite of what they should be doing. Like they should be permitting
so?
the protest.
But you-
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
they
want-
should have to join. That shows an
Okay.
ideological agreement with what's being said.
you're
And
not
that's
listening. I
not
guess.
really. Well, if they have to
I already
chant,
addressed
with
that
the-
point. I already addressed that point.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Do you remember what I said about it?
No, I don't think they should have to chant with the protesters. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I agree that they should not get into it and allow them to protest, but other than that,
Yeah, I don't think
I
they
don't-
should be at protests at all. That why are police policing a right?
that's a good point. Yeah.
Temple. But if they are going to be there, then why not take it as an opportunity to show that their oath and their dedication to public service means more than their opinion or their feelings anyway. Because what's opinion more than feeling? Like if it's anything more than
What if it
feeling?
was an anti-cop protest?
Sure. then it's, you know,
And
they join in.
Then they have to
Yeah.
say the anti-cop
Yeah.
slogans. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
What's wrong with humility?
It's just,
It shows a dedication to public service, and instead of
I
feelings.
just don't
And
see that
that's-
as part of their
there's
job.
a big
That's
issue
all.
with police enforcing their feelings, and so they need some humility, and that's a great opportunity for it, in my opinion. You might
I
think
agree
that
some
it's
humility would
bad.
be good, but
You might think it's bad.
we-
Do you have a
no,
better
I
idea?
think the I
Do you
don't
have a
think
better
it's
idea?
bad if they choose to join in to the protests. I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, no, I think that's when it becomes bad because now it's content based. Now it's not. It's nothing to do with their service. It's to do with their feelings.
Well, they'd be showing they like that content. You know, they'd be
Right.
showing who they are.
Exactly.
But to say that
and
they
they're
have
not supposed to be
blanket
doing
do
that
it,
in public service. They're not supposed
but
to be doing
but
that.
people
as
would
a
think
public
that they
servant.
agree with it. So
Not
you're
listening.
saying that people would think that they're just doing it because of part of their job,
Right.
or would they?
Because they respect
But I don't
public
think everybody
service
would
more
know
than their
that.
feelings. Which right now it's the other way around. They enforce their feelings more than their duty.
I still think it would be used as they support this,
No, it wouldn't, because we'd all understand.
but
going
they are
into it.
supporting it. Though. They're doing
No,
the chant.
all they're supporting is your right to protest and your courage to protest, because it's not easy to get up and get out there and shout for what you want.
But it's not what they want.
What do you mean?
It's what they're compelled to say. Because
Right,
it's
the police
part of
would
their
be.
job.
The police would be, but they're honoring the people who do show the courage. And they'd be honoring their freedom.
Okay. Well, we agree to disagree on that. Okay.
Well, there's nothing to disagree with. I'm just saying what is.
Nearly every time I leave the house with the camera rolling, someone commits a crime against me, whether it's a member of the community or it's one of you police officers. It's not acceptable, and I'm not going to have it anymore.
Good afternoon.
Hello,
How are you?
I am. How are you?
You are.
I am.
No, I'm asking how are you?
Oh, how am I? I was a product of divine co-creation.
So you don't want to answer my question.
How am I? Yeah, that's how I came to be.
I answered the question 3 times, lady, sir, or other.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
Do you feel good?
Do I feel good?
Didn't you say that already? You're good?
Yeah, I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer that question.
No, I didn't say I feel good. He asked me how I am, and I said I am, which is my typical response. How can
Yeah.
anyone be anything other than what they are? When that wasn't good enough, I said I am a product of divine co-creation. How are you? That's how I am. That's how I came to be. As a product of co-creation. That wasn't good enough.
You're right.
Who walks around asking strangers if they feel good?
Well, good. Hi. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see you.
So what questions were you expecting citizens to ask
I'll talk
today?
to you outside because I just don't want you. You're raising your voice, and I think that if you want to have a discussion with me.
No, I
Was I raising my voice? Really?
don't. I don't want to go outside. I don't want you doing.
ask you to leave
I
your
don't.
space.
Okay, I'm going to exercise my
Yeah,
section
you're not
2
going
right
to
to
get
freedom of
anywhere
the
with
press
this.
in this building right now. You want to violate my rights?
Yeah, I can't see that going anywhere. They're just going to talk back and I don't know. Do they actually shove you out of there? Can you go to that for us? Let's see how brutal they are about that.
Well, they grabbed me and told me I had to leave, and I walked out. Yeah.
Yeah, but
did-
it was a
I did
public
make them
space you
carry
were
me at one
invited
point.
to. Yeah,
Mhm, yeah.
that's
I section 10, 11, and 2 rights to remain silent. I demand that you do your duties under every section of 10A
Okay, right now
of
you
section
guys
10. Sorry.
passing,
Right?
because you were asked to leave and you didn't, right? Now that you're outside, we're gonna get some ID on you. What's that? Yeah, you're gonna get some
Oh,
ID
man.
on you,
that's not
and
their
you're going
business.
to actually.
Do you want to torture cuff me? I'm
That's gonna upset you.
no, I'm
We don't need
upset you
to.
further. I'm not upset at
We
all.
need some ID on you.
That's-
Okay, where's your ID?
If that's gonna upset you further, no, that's not upset. It's not upset at all. But way to try to invent the narrative.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure the Glotzy media will be happy to back up that narrative.
There's no such thing as ID. There's no such thing as ID. So you have no ID on you? Take your hands out. Excuse me? Take your hand out. Take my hand out of what? I'm taking your backpack off.
My hand wasn't in anything.
Leave your hand behind your back. We don't have to cuff you if it's gonna upset you.
Amygdala hijack makes you unable to use rational thought. And this guy
Yeah.
was totally under amygdala hijack.
Do that much.
So my camera is attached to the backpack. This is my first time reviewing the footage. Let's see where he decides to position the camera, if it's facing towards me, towards him, or
Yeah.
towards the ground.
But if your
And the audio sync is pretty far out at this point.
behavior changes as well. You have any idea on you? So you're admitting that my behavior is
Yeah, the
fine?
camera shots will be jumpy too.
I told you no ID.
Okay, so this is facing south, and we are north of the bag. So the complete opposite direction. Another violation of my rights to instruments of media.
He exists. I told you no ID exists.
Yeah, I don't have government ID, and he didn't understand that.
Just write me your ticket. Fine. Where are you? Tell me your name. What is the name? What's your name? What is the name? The name is the name of the bird. Am I given name?
So do they issue you a ticket and release you?
I'll give you my given name. You will? Yep. Okay, whatever. Do you have something?
Yeah, but it took them about an hour because the squad car they have doesn't actually have a ticket printer in it. It's just like a shell of a car,
Oh my god.
or it's been castrated, maybe.
Yeah.
You wrote it down?
I'm not amygdala hijacked. You didn't even have anything to write it down. Like,
That's terrible. So how much was the ticket?
it's $65 for a trespassing ticket if you have no prior trespassings.
Hmm. You could defend yourself. See if you could get off of it. Be pretty
Oh, yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just show the video.
I beat the last
You know.
one, so
Yeah. Hey, Dolly, good to see you. Yeah, we're talking about manufactured consent. This is definitely
manufacturing consent. That's a great Noam Chomsky book.
yeah, it's a good subject, and there's so many examples of it. Like even here, you saw that they were manufacturing, your behavior with your hands and stuff you couldn't see. I saw that with the first body cams they put out, and they showed us a scene that somebody made with a body cam where he's running and running, and there's a guy, put the gun down, put the gun down, put the gun down. You can't see shit. And then you hear boom, boom. And that's your basic body cam, because you can't see shit out of them. And they can manufacture whatever situation they want by what they say. Cops are very good, very smart people. And,
Yeah, we should be in control of the body cams, I think, or like there should be a third party that oversees all the redaction that happens. 'Cause right now, Toronto Police is asking for more money for more people to redact more body camera footage. I guess a lot of people are requesting it lately.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for my arrest.
Yeah.
And we got like some more copyrighted stuff, I guess.
Oh, I can't show that.
After that.
Yeah. I had
Cool.
too many strikes recently.
Cool. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, yeah, thanks
they
for
started-
letting me share that. And I do have
No
the
problem.
video of me cop surfing at headquarters.
Yeah.
Dropping later today.
Okay. Put
So-
your channel in the chat and we'll sub you up.
It's at the CBC 1984.
Hold on.
So I'll put it in private chat so you can link it. There you go.
and it's a lot better. Today's video is a lot better. Goes into socialism and how exactly they're locking us down. Like I'm showing, I do a clip of William Cooper, if you know who he was.
No.
And so it's him talking about what's to come, and then it's me showing it 20 years later. 20 years after his death, like 30 years after he said it. So kind of cool and horrifying. About most people will just the sheeple attitude. They'll just put their head down and
Go
do
along.
what authority says. And then there's people like me that question it, and then there will be people who go beyond the questioning when the questioners don't get answers. There will be people that rise to violence, right? When peaceful resolution is impossible, violent revolution is inevitable. JFK didn't say that. I said that is something JFK almost said, which I do a lot.
Yeah.
I'll grab something concrete and just make it my own in my own way. Hashtag violence workers. Hashtag Glotzy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the remote viewing, that's pretty cool, right? I didn't expect to be able to do it, my first time.
Yeah, remote viewing it's just a natural thing, and we've been kept from it, it'll really help in the future. A lot of people here are awesome remote viewers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think everybody is really. We just don't practice
Like
enough.
they've done demonstrations
even
and
believe.
had good results and stuff.
Yeah, I do weekly shows. What's
your accuracy at?
Well, it varies, but I'd say we had up to 85% accuracy. on
That's pretty
some
good.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, that's above most. Typical remote viewing accuracy will be around 70%.
Yeah. That's a high end, oiled machine there. We're working with a large group, so we hit all over the place. So sometimes they sync up and bang. We've had close, I think we might have hit higher than 85, but I wouldn't say that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it could be something with the closeness of the people, because they're all very happy being around each other, So, and one of the
Interesting.
keys of remote viewing is being in a good mood.
Is it?
Yeah. A lot of remote viewing classes and stuff, they'll show you like funny videos or comedy skits or something to make you laugh, make you in a good mood before you view. Because like in the Bible it says you can see God with the mind of a child, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but having the mind of a child, so being open, happy, creative, those types of things, like we think of a childlike
That's
mind.
not how I view.
No?
Yeah, I use anxiety.
I've seen people use
parental
stress before, too.
anxiety.
A friend of mine uses headaches.
It's like the feeling you get before a kid knocks something over, and they're going to knock it over. That's how I remote view.
Just on the edge of nervousness, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But I also dream the future sometimes.
I was thinking last night's destination, that could be CIA false flags. Yeah, could be. We did Mexico-U.S. war last night, territorial war. There'd be one in the next 15 years. there was something going on there. There was like friendship between the countries, but there was still shit going on back and forth, it seemed. So we couldn't quite
Yeah, I
make
think-
sense of it. But we weren't getting all out war, that's for sure. That's not going to happen.
There's going to be some resource war going on. I really hope Canada leaves NATO, personally. I don't see it happening, but
NATO shouldn't exist.
and we shouldn't be so complacent. We shouldn't have been so complacent over the past, 20 years, especially. I remember UN peacekeepers as a child in the 90s, but you don't really see that too much anymore from Canada or anywhere.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'd love the people of Canada to stand for peace, for sure. Say, get out of NATO,
Yeah.
like Switzerland.
I like how the press skews the various protests, the Palestinian protests. They focus on a fringe minority of the people that want, the Israelis destroyed, pretty much. But most people are swept up into the "from the river to the sea" chant, which the press is saying means the extinction of all Israeli people. But I don't think most people have that sentiment at all. That might be a fringe minority that they're focusing on. But
I'd say
I don't
so. I
see.
think most people want peace, right?
Yeah,
That's
nobody wants
bottom
nobody
line.
wants
Most people want
genocide.
peace.
Like,
Who wants military aggression?
Yeah,
Thanks.
who wants genocide for either group is just insane.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and unfortunately, those insane people run our countries.
yeah, that's who they focus on there. You don't get
No,
replays in chat. That's weird. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, and the media tells us to focus on these people that could be violent one day instead of the people who are being violent today.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'm on to. There it is.
But yeah, I never saw the police that you spoke of where they're friendly, wanting to help people.
No, they didn't seem like it even when you walked in first.
No, I mean,
Uh,
you said when you were younger, that's what police were like. And I
yeah,
never,
they
I never
were.
saw
They
that
were
in my
friendly.
life.
I don't know. Maybe it was because I was young. I don't know. When I was a teenager and up, when they should be suspicious and, stuff of you, they were always friendly, Like I'm 55, so, we're talking a long time ago.
My friend got his
35
arm
years ago or
broke.
more.
Yeah, you're a few years older than me. My friend got his arm broke by a cop because the cop car was in the background of a picture he took when I was a child.
How old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you got a few years on me, but I mean,
Mhm.
the literature's out there that
Yeah.
a bunch of racists join the police to fuck with
Oh, yeah?
Enners.
I didn't hear that. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that police is full of white supremacists?
Oh, the entire force?
I mean, not
I'm
the
sure
entire
there's-
force,
I'm sure
but
there's some in there.
It's well known that when the KKK disbanded, they entered law enforcement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's well known. I don't assume you to know what I know.
Yeah, I don't follow the KKK, so
Yeah, I've been investigating the police state, security state, prison state, death state for many, many years. So,
yeah, I've been focused on remote viewing up until recently. Up until the past 3 or 4 years, they've really upped the WEF pandemic,
Yeah.
WHO, and all that. That's where my focus is.
Before my uncle died, he told me
take everything you've learned and put it into use. So that's what I'm doing now.
Mhm.
He's my favorite uncle ever since I was a kid. Sorry, my other uncles.
Yeah, it's good that you're making some words for the citizen journalists around, because they are going to get the raw end of the stick almost every time.
Yeah,
So-
like you were talking about in manufacturing consent, there's actually part of it is the flak machine, where if you don't get in line and ask the questions that you're told to ask, then the state will impose violence on you, and that's what they're doing to me. It's what they're doing to hundreds and thousands of other citizen journalists.
Mhm.
No, I wasn't being facetious or exaggerating when I said the reason there's not a lot of citizen journalists in Toronto is because the police torture us. I could have said the police murder us because there is a citizen journalist that was murdered by police. He says in one of the videos they're trying to kill me, and then they kill him. So
Shit.
yeah, an auditor,
Actually,
a cop watcher,
yeah.
which
You love
I mean,
their actual
play stupid
gangs
games.
within the police force. Yeah.
I'm playing stupid games with the police. I know I'm gonna win stupid prizes. I know that I'm going up against the power of the state, the power of the monopoly on violence. I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
be taking hits. I know I'm gonna be taken down. What?
Well, that's the proposed canal across Israel from the Red Sea to, I think it's from, where does it go? From the Red Sea to the Mediterranean. So it would be a different route from the Suez Canal. I think it would be faster as well, coming around that way. So, but the proposed idea is that Gaza and the Palestinians happen to be in the way of that. So, just like Bezos is building his huge bunker on Maui right now, where they just burnt out. I guess they want to burn this area out and build their canal. Maybe they'll build a few 15-minute cities too.
Well, every Jew that comes back to Israel from another state is
Mhm.
promised a lot in the Bible. It never says how big that lot is, I don't think, but do the math. There's always
Yeah.
Jews in other countries, and then there's always going to be more and more coming into Israel. Then more and more are going to be given a lot. Well, there's only so much space, so either the lots are going to get smaller or Israel's going to get bigger. That's in the literature. So
Yeah.
that's their own books.
Yeah, they've been moving into that area for a long time. About 100 years, apparently. They started moving there in the 20s under the Rothschilds, who built community centers and synagogues and
Right.
built the facilities for them to go and live there.
They used the aggression in World War II. The British captured Palestine and then handed it over to the Jews that had fought against the Axis. Right, all the Jews that fought for Allied forces, they then occupied the defensive positions that the British had took during World War II, what's known as the Nakba,
Oh, okay.
or the catastrophe. That's the formation of Israel. Anyways, I'm gonna peace out. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Catch my video tonight. It's actually pretty funny. I school these glotsy.
All right. Oh, and he's gone. All right. You love the guards wear Odin P as Odin. Oh, okay. Really? Huh. Okay. 1080, the good stuff, right? No, we're not doing 1800 dragons. 2 strikes at your fertile valley. Yeah, I'm on my second, unfortunately. So 1 more. I don't know what they'll do. Right now we're streaming to every platform, so that would take everything down. Well, I think it's time for dinner, guys. Thanks for showing up. That was fun. Yeah, I enjoy this topic of the Israel-Palestine problem. I don't think I have any solutions to it. I'm sure that there is somebody out there who's smart enough too, but it's not me. But I hope they can come to some solution soon before everybody's dead. All right. Much love to you all. Till next time, keep your third eye open. Bye-bye.